Oh, hey. It said it failed to go live, and then all of a sudden it went live. So we're live. What's up? Closer Nation. Closer Nation. The Closer Nation. What's going on, everybody? We're going to give a few minutes for the folks to get logged in here, for the folks to show up. We're going to pull up some emails over here and get everybody online. It's going to take a few minutes for folks. Hey, if you're just arriving here, what's up? We're going to do some awesome stuff. You're going to love this. I have got one hell of it's going to be a really big show for all you Ed Sullivan fans. It's going to be awesome. You're going to love this. I'm going to show you some really cool ways that you can generate leads and all this other stuff today. And I'm going to talk to you about some stuff that's going to blow your mind. I'm going to give you some examples. Now, listen, what I want you to do is let me pull this up over here to the side, is I want you to actually pull it up. Where's it at? Come on, smack it up, flip it, rub it down. What I want you to do is actually start leaving me some comments. Let me know you're here. Leave some comments below. Say your name, where you're from, what you sell. Let me put some, there we go. Let me mute that shit out. What I want you to do is actually start leaving. There we go. So what I want you to do is just say your name, where you're from, what you sell. So leave me some comments. I'm watching the comments down there. They're going to show up right here next to my my screen, so we'll be able to interact with you, because I'm going to want to make funnels for you guys. I'm going to show you, that's what the whole purpose of this. I'm going to show you and how easy it is to make funnels for your business. I'm going to give you some examples and everything else. So I want to go ahead and get you guys commenting over in the chat section. So let me say something here. Boom. So now you can see me over there. It's got a crown next to my name too. I like that. So, okay, here's what I want to talk to you about during this training today. I want to talk to you about the future of sales and why it's so important. You're probably wondering why I'm looking off to the side. I'm getting stuff pulled up over here. I'm making all the arrangements, you know what I mean? But I'm going to talk to you about the importance of the future of sales and how you should be capitalizing on that right now. And if you don't capitalize on that right now, you're going to find yourself in a big ass situation, right, that you may not be able to get your ass out of. And look, I don't want your ass in a situation. I want you to be able to generate a pipeline full of leads, to be able to close a lot of sales, to be able to have success, to be able to have health, wealth, happiness, and homeboys and everything else in between. So let's just jump right into this thing. And I'm not going to be just jumping right into it and hooking you up here. Okay, so let's talk about how to generate a pipeline full of leads so you close the shit out of them. You know what I'm saying? All right, number one, let's just jump right into it. Let's talk about a gunslinger versus a terminator, okay? Like, I'm going to take you from being a gunslinger to a terminator. Now, if you look at the gunslinger here, he's human, right, which means that he's vulnerable. He can die, everything else. He has one weapon, which is the little 6-shooter right there. Matter of fact, that's a slow weapon, because that one weapon, the little 6-shooter that he's got right there, he has to pack it. It's a cap and ball pistol. It takes a long time, everything else. And he's from the past. Right? Like, if he was here to show up today in downtown Dallas, Texas with that 6-shooter, and he was to try to get into it with somebody who was carrying a Glock 17, there's no way that the gunslinger even stands a remote chance of winning, right? Like, hey, he's a gunslinger. He has a job. He has killed people. He has closed deals, but he's not the most effective person at it. But then if you look at the old Terminator here, right, he's invincible. Remember, they tried to do everything they could. They finally had to melt that son of a bitch in a vat full of hot lava, right? He's invincible. He's from the future, and he has an arsenal of weapons. At one point on Terminator 2, the second version of the Terminator, you could shoot him, you could blow half his face off, everything, and he just would not die. And his hands were weapons, his feet were weapons. I remember there's one scene where he holds the guy against the wall and he just makes his finger turn into this long metal thing and pushes it right through his eye, right? This dude's got an arsenal full of weapons. Well, today I'm going to arm you with an arsenal full of weapons that are from the future, but now exist in the present. How about that, right? Now, go ahead and leave us a comment over here so I can see your chat messages. I want you to say hello. I want you to say what's up. I want you to say all that good stuff. Let me pull this over here and go back over to that. make sure that we are in the right spot so you can see that perfect. I want you to go ahead and leave us some comments. I'm going to look right here. Looks like we've got David Matney. What up, David Matney? We got Sean Swain. Sean Swain, yo, outside of Philly. He's like, in West Philadelphia, born and raised. We got Jasper Allen Jacobs, mortgages, social media training, and funnel hacker. We got my man, Tim Wynn. What up, Tim? And my man, Danny motherfucking Galvez. What's up, Danny? That's the Ryan motherfucking Stuman guy, for those of you that don't know. Danny's also the guy that does all the voiceovers on all my Audible books, man. So that's pretty awesome. We got Joshua Marks, who sells cars and software. Want in on the funnels of the future. I got you, dog. We're going to talk about that today. We got Shane Stewart, Teresa Costello, who's in mortgages, Jeff Cristales, right? Like Cristal, the champagne, working capital, SoCal. That's what I'm talking about. All the good stuff. I'm a smart ass from Jonathan Marks here. We got Brent. Just what up, dog? Man, I hadn't seen you since we were in Denver, man. Happy to be there. And Sabrina, is that you with blonde hair? Did you get like a hacked account? Like it's an old ass YouTube photo there. Blonde Sabrina. Boy, I wouldn't even know what to do if I saw you with blonde hair, girl. But hey, it's Roxy, Foxy Roxy. And we got Mitchell Stein, Jake Sweeney, Chevy. We got another car guy on here. That's awesome, man. So we got some people here. So I'm going to be interacting with you guys on this training, okay? So just keep on leaving the comments. Nick Robbie, what's up, man? Just keep on leaving the comments right here. All right, so Gunslinger is obviously nowhere near as powerful as the Terminator, all right? So we're going to take you from being a gunslinger to a Terminator on this training. That's the whole point of this training. So I'm going to go through this training, and then I'm going to teach you some stuff, and then I'm going to show you some stuff at the end. So I'm going to teach you so you can learn, and then I'm going to show you so that you know, because here's what I know. You guys are smart. That's why you show up on things like this. So you have this thing that you need a why, right? It's like, okay, so I understand the how. I need a why, and I'm going to do both of them for you, okay? So let's become a sales Terminator, because you got to pay attention. You're going to be left behind. But first, my story, for those of you that don't really know me, I'm going to give you a quick background. I've been at rock fucking bottom. I was adopted at age 7, dropped out of school in the 9th grade, addicted to drugs at 19, went to prison for 2 years at age 20, earned $770,000 in a year at age 26, went back to prison again at age 29. I've been divorced 3 times. I mean, like, listen, if you talk about a guy that has been to rock bottom with a jackhammer and dug a hole deeper, that's me. I have every excuse to fail. And thank God technology and sales have saved my life. And I'm hoping, my goal is with this training today is for them to save your life as well. Now I am on top of the world. You know, I earned multiple millions in 2016 and 2017. I have the perfect job. I love my job. I love my wife, my 3 kids. Matter of fact, I'm fortunate enough to where last night I booked a first-class flight with me and my 6-year-old to go to Nashville. He's a huge Kane Brown fan. If you're not into country music, you probably don't know who that is, but he's a huge Kane Brown fan. And I booked a flight for he and I to go and meet Kane Brown, because a friend of mine is a friend of Kane's, and so it's like it all works out. So I mean, I'm just able to bless my kid. I'm taking my other kids to California with my wife the week after that. I'm truly blessed. I'm on top of the world. I got awesome clients. This could be you in a minute. Some of you on here are already my clients, but this could be you as well. And I'm a contributor to Forbes, Entrepreneur, HuffPost, and Influensive, and a bunch of other awesome websites. I speak at huge conferences. Just today, I spoke at Wayne Salmon's event. On Tuesday, I spoke at Frank Kern's event. On Wednesday, I spoke at Billie Jean's office in front of a huge, large live audience. Like, I've spoke at Funnel Hacking. I've spoke at Glazier Kennedy Insider Circle. Like, I am that guy that's been a speaker at huge conferences, and I get paid to speak at these conferences, by the way. And I have a debt-free business. Like, I sleep well at night because I don't owe the banks money. All right. And I've got tons and tons, millions. I shouldn't say tons. I should say millions upon millions of assets. I don't say all this to brag. I say all this just to show you where I've come. I've come from rock bottom to the top of the world. People say it's a small world. No, it's real small circles at the top, okay? And I want to bring you up to the top with me. That's the point of this. Just yesterday, one of my clients told me, thanks to you, I bought a Maserati today. And he brought the Maserati up here for me to look at. Then another one texted me yesterday and he said, dude, I appreciate your help. I just ordered a brand new Aston Martin. Now, you may not be a car person, and that's okay, but that might be able, for you, it might be able to say, hey, Ryan, thanks to you, I put my kids through private school. Hey, Ryan, thanks to you, I was able to give huge amounts of money to my religious organization or my local charities. And so I just want you to think of what could the possibilities be with what I'm about to show you here. In my life, I could have sold anything, but instead for the first time in my life, I listened to the voice in the back of my head. Like, we have this calling. You know, I'd sold mortgages. I had sold cars. I've done all these things, and I've been successful and made a lot of money doing all of it. But what I decided to do was actually listen to the voice in the back of my head, which is to change and transform people's lives like I'm doing right now for you guys, okay? So how did I make all this rock bottom, the top of the world transition happen? Well, a lot of it has to do with the sales. A lot of it has to do with marketing. A lot of it has to do with mindset, okay? So, but really, it's not about how I did it. It's how you can do it and how you can make it happen. So first, you need a goal. And you need a goal that's so big that you have to turn into the person capable of making that goal a reality. Like, if your goal is to make $100,000 a year, that's not big enough. If your goal is to make $1 million in your lifetime, that's not big enough. Money should not be your goal. Your goal should be to be able to feed 300 billion people, or whatever the fuck Tony Robbins has. Right? I think Tony Robbins really wants to feed 3 billion people. For me, it's to affect the lives of 300 million people. For me, it's to transform the lives of 300 million people. Like, for somebody like, I was with Jeff Bezos last Friday. I got it like that. And he said, his goal is to move manufacturing off of Earth so that we don't pollute it and onto Mars. So we think people are trying to establish a civilization in Mars, when smart people like Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk are trying to establish working, like, workstations up there so that we can actually save our own planet. Like, how awesome is that? That is a goal. And that's why he's worth $129 billion. He's trying to figure out not how to make $129 billion. He's trying to figure out how to like, some people are like, we're going to move our company offshore. He's like, we're going to move our manufacturing off planet. Now, that is a big ass goal, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. And so here's what I want to ask you. How much money do you make per month right now? Okay. Like, how much, just write it down, take a picture somewhere beside yourself. And how much money do you want to make per month? Okay. Because I want you to understand, how much do you make right now and how much do you want to make? Just write both of those things down. It's really important. Play along with me, because look, what's the point of being here if you don't play along with me? Okay. And so what do you plan to do with that extra cash? So if you wrote down you make $10,000 per month right now, and you wrote down that you want to make 100 grand per month, what's the other $90,000 represent to you? What are you going to do with that? You can give it to charity. You going to put your kids in private school. You're going to buy a private jet. What is the plan with that? Write that down in the comments. So what would you do? You don't have to tell me your income or how much you want to make, but write that down in the comments. Like, what would you plan on doing with the extra money? So I'm looking right now over here in the comments. So let me know what you plan on doing with that extra money. So leave a comment. Come on, leave a comment. Tell me what you would do with the extra money. So if you hit your goal, if you make 10 grand now, you want to make 100 grand a month, what would you do with that extra money? Bobby Malos, get out of debt. Awesome. You know what? When you're making serious money, it doesn't take long to get out of debt whatsoever, right? Like, if you owe $50,000 in debt and you make $50,000 a month later, you're out of debt. Pay off all my family's debt and give them home. See, George Rutledge, he's a family man. He wants to take care of his family. Better life, leave a new family legacy. See, that's what I'm talking about. Legacy is important to me. My main core need is significance, and significance is because I want to leave a legacy out there. Jasper Allen Jacobs, new home, private school for kids, more involved with Shriners Hospital. See, those are things that are bigger than you. Scuba Doo, help people in need and support good causes. Yeah, exactly, right? You're able to help people who need it. Start more businesses, buy and sell businesses. That's perfect, Nikki, because guess what? If you start more businesses, you're employing more people and you're helping them feed their families. That's a great goal right there. Joshua Marks, I would get out of debt, invest in real estate, small businesses, and leave my family a legacy. I love that, right? Everybody's saying they want to take better care of their family. They want to pay off debt. I know what that feels like. I know what it feels like to be in debt. I know it's like, literally, debt it makes us slaves, right? It makes us to where we can't sleep at night. It makes us to where every dollar that we get, we owe 30 cents of it or whatever to the banks or whatever. And it's tough, man. There we go. Dick Gerard, he's talking about set a foundation to help others. I love it, right? Most of us want a better life for Timothy. I love you, man. You just keeping it really like Porsche 911 Turbo. And guess what, brother? Me and you work together. We're going to make that happen for you, sir. You're going to be the next one. But most people, they want to help charitable causes. They want to do better for their family. Right here, donate to environmental organizations. I would recommend giving Jeff Bezos your money. Apparently, he wants to save the entire environment, right? Then take care of your aging parents and other low-income seniors, right? Because a lot of people, they get old, people just like put them out to the pasture and forget about them. So, dude, you guys, you already have some great, huge motivations, okay? And so let's make that happen for you. Like, that's I like Matt Lambabot. Hey, vacation home. Danny Galvez, get out of debt, create a legacy for generations of my family. See, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. So let's make it happen. Here's how you make it happen. You ready for this? We're going to give you 3 secrets to becoming a sales terminator. And because listen, if you're going to make those things happen, you're going to have to step into the future, and the future is the Terminator, right? The future was the Terminator that came back to the past to help people. Okay, so secret 1: old school methods are old, right? And that really isn't a secret at this point. But a lot of you guys got to understand something. I'm not against cold calls. I am not against networking. I'm not against door knocking. I'm not against face-to-face sales, right? But here's the thing that I know about these things is that when you do them, they're inefficient. If you have to make cold calls, like Billie Jean and I just Wednesday, we're doing a live stream similar to this. There was 3,500 people or so on the live stream, and they were giving us their phone numbers, telling us to call them. And then when we called them, they didn't answer the phone. Like 50% of the people that gave us their number right there live on the air did not answer the phone. And guess what? That means that if 50% of the people that wanted us to call them didn't answer their phone, that means 93% of the people that don't want you to call them will not answer the phone. So it's not that cold calls don't work, because you've still got 7% to work. It's inefficient. Okay. And then if you're going to make money in today's environment, you've got to make the most of your time. We can always get another lover. We can always get another job. We can always get more money. We can always find another employee. We can always find, we can pretty much find anything else that we want on this planet except for time. Time matters. Door knocking is another waste of time. Again, I'm not saying it doesn't work, but walking from door to door as opposed to running an ad on social media in front of thousands of people. What if you could run an ad on social media for $1,000 and it got in front of 10,000 people or 20,000 people, and that was within a 3-day time period? There's no way you can knock 20,000 doors within a 3-day time period. I don't give a fuck if you're Carl Lewis and you're sprinting to these doors. It's just not going to happen. In networking, I mean, let's think about it. You drive 30 minutes to get where you're going, which costs you gas money and time. You get there and you have drinks and you buy drinks for people hoping they have business who typically don't, because people who have business typically don't show up at networking events unless you're in the right masterminds, which most people aren't. And then you spend an hour or two at the networking event, and then you buy drinks for people, and then you spend another 30 minutes driving home. In 2 hours, you may have spent money, wasted time, and not even made a single sale, right? Not even a single sale. Face-to-face. Again, why get face-to-face with one person? I'm face-to-face with, right now, it looks like there's about 56 people live on this right now that, and there's probably even more watching it that's not showing up on this, that's just watching on YouTube. But right now I'm in front of 56 people. If I tried to sell this to you face-to-face, each one of you individually, then there's no way. There's absolutely no way that, that would be 57 hours of my time. It would take me a whole entire work week and then some to be able to do that. Jason Smith says, Carl Lewis. Well, at one time, he was the fastest man in the world. I'm a little old, right? So secret 2, technology is your friend. Technology is easy to use. There's no excuses. I'm about to show you, because we're about to switch over here in a second. I'm about to show you how there's no excuses not to embrace technology. And your competition's already using it, right? Like if you're in mortgages, there's already Rocket Mortgage, which, by the way, Amazon and Quicken's about to get bought up by Amazon, right? Just like a little insider tip here. And once that happens, the people in the mortgage business are in big trouble, because Jeff Bezos knows how to scale a business. He knows how to take market share. He almost put fucking Walmart out of business. If you don't think that he can put mom and pop shops out of business by acquiring Quicken, you're really not paying attention to this whole how things work in the modern environment. So I want you to understand that your competition is using it. You might think, well, Amazon's not my competition, but it's only a matter of time before they step into other arenas as well. At one point, Amazon just sold books, and Walmart said, well, Amazon is not my competitor. And technology is becoming more in demand. It really is. If you don't understand technology and you're not using it, you're being left behind by the people that have embraced it. Matter of fact, when there was a huge layoff of the auto workers in the 90s, the people that got to keep their job were the people that learned how to work the technology that replaced everybody else. And secret number 3, social media is flush with prospects. 2 billion people on Facebook alone. I have made $8 million from Facebook alone. $8 million in sales from Facebook alone. I don't know who's watching this, but there's maybe one or two of you that might have made $8 million in actual sales from Facebook, okay? LinkedIn referral. I know my buddy Tim Wynn, who's right here on this, that said he wanted the Porsche 911 Turbo. He's making a shit ton of money from LinkedIn referrals. That's what he does. Matter of fact, if you want B2B leads and high class, high quality leads, hit up Timothy Wynn. Like, that's his thing. He knows how to do this stuff, and he is making a killing. When he was here at my office last time for our Flying Friday for Push to Excellence, he said he just got a $30,000 a month program. Yesterday, he told me that he was going to talk to one of the most influential people in my world about how they're going to do business, right? So if you think that your business doesn't, and this is 8 million, it says 8 million, goddamn, you're right, Joshua Marks, and that's my money. That's not counting the money I've made for my clients. My clients have sold everything from dildos to mortgages to financial services to chartering airplanes to selling jets. Like there has been there's nothing that I haven't seen sold on Facebook. So if you say, well, my people aren't on Facebook, like, you are really like just delusional at this point. Social advertising. I've spent over $500,000 on Facebook in order to reach 93 million people. Now, out of 93 million, I have made 8 million or so in sales, more than 8 million or in sales. We'll do probably 10 million just in my business this year. And so I want you to just think, but it doesn't all come from Facebook, but a lot of it does. But I want you to think about the ROI that you get from social advertising. And if you're going and knocking doors, if you're going and doing cold calls, and you're going and networking, and you're trying to compete against me or Grant Cardone spends $600,000 a month on Facebook. If you're trying to compete against one of us, you can get your ass handed to you. And I don't say that to be like, look at me, I'm all cocky and spend a bunch of money. It didn't start that way for me. It started with $25. I just showed you I came from rock bottom. And guess what? If your shit goes viral on Facebook, you could be the next Gary Vee. Right? If people really like what you have and your shit goes viral on Facebook, you could get that you could get a ton of exposure and a ton of people knowing who you are for free. Think about the Chewbacca lady. Remember her? She put the Chewbacca mask on. She just started laughing. Kohl's sold so many of those Chewbacca masks that they actually gave that lady hundreds of thousands of dollars. So let me ask you this. Who would you hire? Mark, he's 45 years old. He's the cold call king. Never met a stranger, 20 years in sales, but he has zero book of business, right? So in other words, Mark knows what he's doing. He can call and cold call and make money and close from the phone, but he has zero prospects. He's relying on you to give him the cold call sheet or to give him a phone book to start dialing out of. Or Dunstan, who's 23, is a millennial, is very tech savvy. He already has a database of people that would buy your shit. And he's been making money online for 5 years, but he's never made a single cold call. Write in the comments there, which one of those dudes would you hire? Would you hire Mark, who's the cold call king, 20 years in sales but no business? Or would you hire Dunstan, who's tech savvy and already has a database of people who will buy your stuff because he's been in online sales for 5 years, but he doesn't know how to make cold calls? Which one would you hire? Leave a comment down there and let me know which one that you would hire, because I want to see your thoughts. Dunstan, Paul Gordon says Dunstan. Jasper Allen Jacobs says the Fisherman. Dunstan, Danny Galvez, George Rutledge, Dunstan, all day long. Absolutely. Because why? Because he's already got leads that he can sell. So think about this for you as a salesperson. Fuck it, and Mark, I love it. Danny, since you cussed it, said show it or hide it. I'm like, we're going to show that shit. So it says hire. I want to be Dunstan. Exactly. And so here's what I know is I've had clients that learn how to generate leads, and then they go in to I had a guy named Tim who was a client of mine. He went into a mortgage company. They gave him $250,000 because he had his own database of leads to call. And that was a signing bonus. I had another guy named Steve. He went in and he got $150,000 signing bonus because he already had his book of business. They didn't have to spend money advertising him. They didn't have to spend money training him. He already had his shit together. And so they offered him 6 figures. I've got bunches of LOs and real estate agents and other salespeople I've trained over the year that have gotten 5 figures. But those two guys I know for sure have gotten 6-figure advances. So how does Mark compete with Dunstan, right? Mark can start learning. He can start training. He can start doing this stuff. But he better get started now because Dunstan's got 5 years ahead of him. He better start learning the internet. He better start training right now. And he better start doing this shit, not just learning it, or he's going to left behind. So he better get started right now. But I'm going to ask you, can you be a sales terminator, right? Is it possible for you to use technology and all this? Look, here's Aaron Ross Owens. He sells political consulting stuff. And from Facebook and my training, he's got, work between 2 and 3 grand a month, right? In recurring income. Here's Billy Franklin, never made a lead, never made a funnel in his entire life. And look at that, 639, 639, 637, 636. Look at all these lead notifications right there for his graphics company. Joshua Aris, a millennial guy. He wanted to report back that after a week, his dad hired him to come through me and do this stuff, right? And he said he followed the video to a T, as the copy goes. And after running an ad for $15 a day, he spent $115. He reached 19,000 people in his marketplace, got 462 clicks, cost him $0.25 per click, 66 leads, 44 phone numbers, spoke to 6 so far, and 4 loan scenarios out. That's $12,000 he's going to make off of $115,000 ad spend. Cost per lead, $1.76. How many of you would like to have cost per lead? How many of you would like to turn $115 into $12,000 over and over and over and over again as many times as you possibly can? You can't get that return in real estate. You can't get that return in commercial real estate. You can't get that return in stock market, but you can if you know how to market. You can if you understand the art of advertising. You can if you know how to use technology to your advantage, right? So look at this. This is a long time ago, and I used this for a long time ago. Look, I got 30-something thousand followers now. Look, at this point, I had 92, so I was a nobody. But look, I have this huge deal that when you get fit in when you're cussed, hide some huge baggage somewhere. Look, there's 209 comments on this long before I was anybody, right? Long before I was anybody. And so right here, unfortunately, you've caused me to be too busy to attend night school. I guess I'll catch the replay. This is one of the guys that's in Entourage with us. He's like, dude, I'm just working way too damn hard. Okay, Steve Green, 6 loans signed in just over 24 hours, all purchased, all from social media. And he's like, hey, if people need help, reach out. Renee Villa, the people that give referrals all the time. Check this out. Need a hard money lender in Florida that will charge a rate and term refinance on a primary residence. Like, people are always like getting deals and giving deals out. Think about it. This guy's getting deals. This person's giving them out. Like, how awesome is that? Clayton Easton, he wrote a script right here, video for landing pages, working on his website, all this other stuff. But look, he was looking for, like, he was behind until disaster struck about 90 days ago. He had to fire his staff, and he stepped up and he sold. I know Clayton has sold millions of dollars from real estate. Right here is another person taking action and creating a roofing fan page on Facebook to where they can run ads to it, right? So you don't have to do this shit alone. I got you. And this is the important part, right? Now let me back out of this here. Oh, there I am, still live, still going. And let me do this real quick. Let me pull my phone up. I'm going to show you how to make all this shit work. You ready for this? It all starts with capturing leads. And this is my brand new creation called Phonesites. All right. So what I want you guys to do is I want you to this is the back office of Phonesites. Okay. So what I want you to do is I want you to leave me a comment over here. Tell me what you sell for a living. Okay. So I'm going to make you guys a few funnels so that you can see me walk right through how to make a funnel for you using Phonesites. I'm going to show you how damn easy it is to make a funnel. So leave me a comment right now. Tell me what you sell for a living. And so we'll just start with life insurance, Robert Robbins. So let me go over to create, and I'm going to type in life insurance. I'm going to type in life insurance as the subdomain, and I'm going to create the phone site here. It pulls it up. So this is the design portion of it, okay? So the headline, there's 3 things that matter when it comes to generating leads and closing them. First is your offer. Your headline is your offer, okay? So we're going to put a badass headline right here. Okay, that's going to be my headline. Your family may be subjected to massive taxes against their will. Whoops. I am not the best speller, so forgive me. I am a terrible speller on this new iPhone X. Sorry. All right, so my headline is Your family may be subjected to massive taxes against their will. If you had an accident and died today, would your family be protected and taken care of? You never you never think life insurance is important, but the people you leave behind do. You may, let's just do this, kind of run through this real quick. So you can change the background on this. I'm going to leave the text black. You can change the text to whatever color you want. You can change the background to whatever color. I like personally a white background with black text. You can upload your logo right here. So let's say you're with whatever it is that your logo is. So let's say that you're with, let me do this here. You can go over here to Google. Let's say that you're with MetLife Insurance. If you're not, no big deal. Just bear with me. I'm going to pull up this MetLife Insurance thing here. I'm going to save this image. I'm going to go back over to this, and I'm going to upload the logo right here from my phone. Okay, so now it pulled up the MetLife thing down here. We're going to use that image. So now that's there as our logo. You can use a YouTube video. So if I wanted to record a YouTube video real quick, I can record it, upload it from my phone, which all you got to do is just upload it right here. So let's do this real quick. Okay, so we're going to go to this. Boom. Well, that's not the best thumbnail, but whatever. Got me. Hey, what's going on? It's Ryan Stewman, your favorite life insurance agent. And if you are not protected and you get in an accident and leave your family behind, wouldn't you feel like an asshole for leaving your debt with them, leaving them without a dollar to their name, and ultimately just screwing them over? Don't do that. Fill out the information. Let's have a conversation here about how I can protect you and your family and make sure that that never happens to them. Okay. So boom, now we've got this video that I just recorded. Obviously, I'm being a little facetious, right? I'm being a little funny, just trying to be funny because funny is money. It's going to take us a second here and it will download. Okay, so it's going to process this. So while that's processing, I'm going to go ahead and pull this back up. So we've got since I hopped out of there and did something else, it uploaded the logo. I should have saved that first. That was my bad. So I'm gonna go down here and save this real quick. Bam, there we go. Now back up here, we'll put a YouTube video link there in a second. We're gonna ask them for their name, their mobile phone number, and their email address. And the button, let's see. I like to make my buttons green. You can add your disclaimer link right there for your company. So if you have a company disclaimer, or you can have one made somewhere, but they are important that you do have a disclaimer. And so while we're waiting on this, we've saved it. Oh man, it didn't even save my headline here. I screwed up on that because I did not save this stuff. So let me type this in real quick. I'm terrible on this iPhone. Okay, so let me make sure I save this again. So now that we got all that saved, let's hop back over here to this. It's 95% of the way done. So we're almost there. While we're waiting on that, so I'm going to take this headline right here and I'm going to select all. I'm going to copy it. I'm going to go up here under settings. And this is the meta part. This is what shows up on Facebook and Google. So I want the same thing. If you want to put something different than what you put right here, then that's cool too. But I'm going to put the same thing so that it shows up on, boom. So I'm going to use the image. I'm just going to use the MetLife image because I've already got it here. Bam. Okay. So we're not going to redirect it to anything just yet. If you have an application already on your website, then you can just like type in www.application, right? So, or I'm sorry, you have to actually have the HTTP there. So you might just go like this. So if you already have the application, you can just type the URL in there. You can set it up to send a thank you. So you can put the subject line, headline, text. I'll save you from all of that. You can even add a button in here. But if you take this and you delete it, it gets rid of any kind of button. But you can put a buy button, a PayPal button, or whatever the case in there. So we'll just get rid of the button altogether. There you go. So you get rid of that, takes it away. So I'm going to leave that way. Right now, this is where you can get it to send you an email notification of every lead that you get. This is where your Facebook pixel goes, and you can use a webhook from your CRM right here. So this thing will automatically put it in your CRM. So we're going to hit save on this. Now we're going to go back over to the design portion. I'm going to check and get my video here that we made. So I'm going to share this. I'm going to go over here and go down to YouTube link. Going to paste this. Boom. So there's a YouTube. There, it pulled it up. And I'm going to hit save again. And I'm going to hit preview. Bam. So there you go. MetLife little logo in the corner. Your family could be at risk of paying massive taxes against their will. You may not think life insurance is important, but those you leave behind will. And then I've got a little video explaining how life insurance is important. They put their name, email address, and phone number, and it takes them to wherever they want to go, right? Wherever you want it to go, rather. So we can go back over to this page, and now we can add a second page that's a thank you page. We can put okay. Same thing. If a logo, that's fine. We can put the MetLife logo in there again. Easy enough. Then we can use the image or video again. This time we'll just use an image. We'll say that that's the goofy ass look on my face image there. We don't need a name, email address, and phone number because they're not opting in. But say there's something that they can buy right here. They can buy life insurance right now. So you just put buy now. Okay, so you've got a button in there. There's your disclaimer and all that other stuff. We always want to hit save when we get to the bottom. It's always a good idea to save your work as much as possible. You're not going to need to fill in all the meta and description because nobody's going to share this page on Facebook. But down here for the redirect, there's going to be no redirect other than an external URL. Since we put a buy button, you might put, you always want to put HTTP. So now we've got the hardcore closer. So boom. So now we've got that in there. Send email notification. We don't need any of that shit. We can save it. Now we're going to go back over to this first one. And if we wanted them to opt in, whoops, we're going to go under settings. My bad. If we wanted them to opt in, it says redirect on success. There is the site that we just created. And so now when they opt into this page right here, they give their name, email address, and phone number. What happens is they are going to see this right here as their thank you page, right? See how fast we did that? See how fast we did that. So like literally I just created two. No, it's not pre-recorded at all. I just created the no, Danny Tanner, which Danny Tanner, first of all, you're playing with a full house and I have four of a kind. But it is not pre-recorded, sir. This is actually absolutely streamed live. Thank you. And so internet marketing expert. So the sub headline is the pitch. Yeah, the headline is the grabber. The sub headline is the pitch. For mortgages, Nick Kruger, nobody wants mortgages, right? Like nobody wants mortgages, okay? What they want is a house. So what you would use is you would use one of these funnels for a house. Let me show you right here. Here's an example. I've already built one. And so we can hit preview right here. Schedule a private tour of 1212 Main Street today with the picture of the house. Imagine as a real estate agent going in and taking a picture of the house, going into a listing, and then having this built within 5 minutes right there. Hey, what's up, Woody? Right there. You can have this in real time right there in front of the people that you're going to list the house from. Tell me they wouldn't absolutely love you, right? And then you can see right here, thank you. We'll go to preview. Boom, we will contact you shortly. Expect a call from our team to set up a time with you to tour this home. Now, you can get creative with this as possible. I'm just trying to show you guys fast ways to use this product because most people can come up with a good offer. Most people can come up with a good audience. The problem is they struggle with technology. But look, you've only got 2 tabs right here when it comes to building this stuff. So let me build another one from scratch. What else do we got right here? Jordan said, I hope Danny heard that. Let's see, retail furniture sales, small business lending. Let me see if we've got something that's outside of the box. Watches. I sell watches. Now, see, that's what I'm talking about, Samuel Last. So we're going to go like this. Rolex. I brought it brightly. You think I know how to spell the damn thing. So I just bought a Breitling yesterday. So you're going to sell watches. The headline is going to be one time a person told me, do not strive for cars, houses, and watches. Strive for timepieces, exotic automobiles, and mansions, right? So remember that. So get the best luxury timepieces at okay, so get the best luxury timepieces for, let me just do that here, it's for the price of regular watches. Damn it, I am not a good speller. Okay, so background color is the same, logo. So the image right here, I'm going to actually go and I'm going to save this real quick because anytime you leave the app or anytime you leave the browser, you want to save it. I'm going to take a picture right here and boom. This is my watch. Okay, so I'm going to do a little cropping right here. Little cropping. Okay, perfect. So now we've got this watch. See, good thing I saved it. See what we did there? So I'm going to take this. I'm going to upload it. Photo library. I'm going to take that watch that I just got there. Go scroll to the bottom here. I'm going to use this image. Okay. I'm going to ask for the name, email address, and phone number. Same thing. I'm going to change the button to green because that's my favorite color button to use. Now, it doesn't matter. Buttons like buttons. Who cares about buttons? People say, what's the best color button to use? I don't know. Test the shit and find out. So bam. So now we're saving that. We're going to go back up here to settings, and we're going to copy this headline just like we did on the last one. So the reason why they don't bleed over is in the event that you want to put something else there, because some people may want something absolutely different on there than whatever. So we just leave it blank for you. So we're going to use this, use image, redirect on success. There's no redirect right this minute. So we're going to do that. We can have them send an email address, tracking code, all that stuff, just like I showed you. We're going to save this. We're going to view it live. Do it live, damn it. And check this out. Here's what I want to show you. So let's go over to the Facebook, this Facebook, and we're going to go into Sales Talk with Sales Pros. We're going to find my, what in the living God? You guys, somebody delete that bullshit. Always fucking something in there. Always fucking something in there. See, and then I'm going to show you what it looks like on here. Wait for it to pop up. Boom. So see, get the best luxury timepieces. There's a picture of my watch. And then when people click on it from social media, there it is, name, email address, and phone number of the thing that we just created. I showed you how to tie the other two together. So it really is that simple no matter what you sell. But here's the key, right? Let's say that you want to run an ad from Facebook. You can actually download the Facebook ads app. You can go over here and you can create an ad, and we can go drive traffic to your website. This is all from your phone. You realize that, right? Like this is all from your phone, okay? So it's pulling up my images, everything else. So let's just say that we've got, this is awfully risky when you're scrolling through your phone here with no telling what is on my phone. Hurry up and put that in there, damn it. So we go next. So we're going to write our headline right here. So we got our image, we got our headline. The headline is not hardcore closer. It is damn it. The text. I'm just going to run through this real quick. The website right here, drop off the Phonesites website. Oops. Boom, there we go. Done. Call to action, shop now. Here's our ad preview. Bam. So there's an ad right there within a matter of fucking seconds through your phone on Facebook. And now all I got to do is go over here. I can pick out where I want it placed. Automatic, which is what it's going to let me do here. Or I can turn this off. It's going to ask me if I want it on the desktop, the audience network, all this other stuff. Dude, I can go right here. I can preview the whole thing. This is what it's going to look like in the news feed. Bam. So as people are scrolling through the news feed, they're going to see that's what the ad's going to look like. You can go over here and you can pick your audience, which is going to be next. Okay. So we're going to go next. Then we get to pick our audience. So we can go over here and edit an audience. You can pick people that are certain ages. You can pick where they're at. And this isn't really a Facebook ads tutorial. We're going to have, there's plenty of those in the Phone Funnels program. But like, I want you to think about how easy that is. I just literally I created a Phonesites funnel and then ran a Facebook ad all from my phone. And I even used YouTube, like you saw, to create a video for the one previous to that. So I want you guys to see the power of what I'm working with here. This is super simple, super fast, and it can all be done from your phone, right? So if you think that's cool, right, that's cool in the comments over here, okay? Because I'm going to show you something else, okay? You ready for this? I'm going to show you something else that's even cooler. So if you think that that is awesome, write down that it's cool. And thank you. This is game changing. Thank you, Robert Rollins. This is what's your name on Facebook. I'll have to add you later. I don't, if you're talking to me, Stephen James, you can't add me. I'm maxed out, but you can follow me. It's Real Ryan Stewman. So facebook.com/Real Ryan Stewman. Okay, so let me show you something else. Okay, so you can go over to www.phonesites.com phonesites.com. You can sign up for it. We're in mode right now that only costs $19 per month. Sign up for the year though at $199. Lock in your rate because we're going to be raising the price once we get out of beta mode, which will take us about 1,000 users, and we're already halfway there. But I'm going to show you something else that's like absolutely badass. Okay, let me log in real quick. If you sign up today on this recording, not only will you get not only will you get access to Phonesites and all the stuff that I just showed you how to use will be right there at your fingertips, but I'm also going to give you this program right here absolutely for free. Look, RE funnel for Phonesites, card funnel for Phonesites, how to set your phone up, how to build a mobile app with Card Tap, which is one of our partners, how to use the app track actor. Here's how to make a shortcut to text setup. Here's how to run an Instagram ad. Here's how to do Facebook ads. Here's how to do open house Facebook ads for funnels, dark post ads, alternative source. So there's all sorts of ads that you can use and ad training inside this. This is a $997 product. We sold this for $1,000 and I'm going to give it to you for signing up today. And look at all the training in here. Organic marketing, which means you don't have to pay. This is all the ads marketing, right? Here's organic marketing, how to do all sorts of stuff from Facebook groups, right? How to create a group and page, Facebook prospecting, syndicate and chat, LinkedIn prospecting, creating a lead syndicate, the media marketing method, demonstrating authority. Then there's sales training, including my catch method, which is huge. Like people love the catch method. That's how you, once you get a lead, the catch method is how you have a conversation with that lead. So not only, look, kangaroo problems, I love this. You guys are going to love that one. How to follow up. Here's campaigns for CRMs and autoresponders. Here's videos, the E3 minute. Look at all these trainings. And when I say all these trainings, like, look at this shit. Like these are actually videos that we do all this, like these different, each one of these represents a different training. Like check this out, how to set up a phone in 3 minutes. So it shows you how to download apps, all this other stuff, dude. So each one of these is training. So you're getting tons of trainings right here that we normally sell for $997. And you're getting that as part of the Phonesites program. You can do Phonesites, just so you know, you can also do them from your desktop as well. So if you want to create one from your desktop, if you insist, they're easy to do. Obviously, I just showed you from your phone, but if you insist, that's fine as well. So let me do this real quick. Let me log out just so that you can actually see. I have never logged into this thing from my dashboard, just to be honest with you. Let me do this real quick. Switch this, switch the screen here for us. What? Switching screen, so it's back to me. So this is what the Phonesites website looks like. Go over to phonesites.com and look, you can build a web page in 5 minutes. So just go right there. It tells you a little bit about it. Also, we keep it really simple. You just go over here to get started, enter your name, your email, and your password, and create an account. It's that simple. And then it'll charge you $19 or $199 for the year. You can see right here the pricing, $19 a month, unlimited traffic, unlimited pages, unlimited websites, unlimited subdomains, unlimited custom domains. Same thing, you get $29 off when you go annual. It's a 13% savings. We're going to be bumping this thing up to $47 a month and $447 a year. It's totally worth it. As you can see right now, we want to let you in early. And as a bonus, I want to show you this. There's something else that I have for you on top of all this other stuff. So I've got phone funnels as a bonus. I've got the discounted price as a bonus. Plus we've got tech support for you right here in the Phonesites users group. So you can see back here, people are asking questions. They're sharing their, look, this is somebody right here who's sharing a Phonesite that they built. And so this is people back here getting help, people talking about stuff, people showing their stuff, 6 ways to qualify for a home purchase in 6 easy steps, people sharing their ideas, people being back here. If there's bugs, right, it's a brand new software. So if there's, you're not even seeing this shit. I thought you were seeing this. My bad. Let me, I just looked over and realized you were not seeing this. Right, like the hell is he talking about? But right here, you can see people are back here in this group. And look, here's somebody that's selling pipe drive. I love it, right? You can see right here, people are getting ads already and they're getting leads and shit like that, right? Like they're running ads, they're getting leads, all this great stuff back here. We can see that there is people that are getting videos on there. Dude, this is just, it's so amazing. Here's one thing I want to see. See this right here? This shows up as the default thing. You don't want that to show up. Let me show you guys, for those of you that are already Phonesites members that are wanting to know how this works, let me show you something real quick here. Let me show you something in my fire marshal Bill voice. The way to avoid that Phonesites thing right there is you want to make sure that when you go under settings that you change that picture right there. So that picture right there is what, so if you don't change the picture where the watch is, which is under the settings tab, then what happens is when you share it on social media, then this picture right here shows up. Hang on, pull it up again. This is the default picture, and you don't want the Phonesites picture to be your default picture, right? And so I just want to make that clear that you want to go under settings and change that image, and then that's what shows up on Facebook. So head over to Phonesites.com, get signed up, join the group, get the free access to the training, whether you stay with us more than a month or not. Don't be a kangaroo, but whether you stay with us more than a month or not, then we're still going to give you access to phone funnels. Buy it for the year, get your rate locked in, start making pages, start making web pages, start making phone sites, and get your Facebook ads running immediately. Like, you will not find an easier to use software that's faster or better than this on the internet. I know, I've scoured the thing, and what I've done is I've taken, this is my talent, taking things that are very complex and hard to understand, and I've condensed it into something that's super easy that anybody can actually make happen. And that's what I've done for you. So go over to Phonesites.com and sign up now. And thank you guys for watching. Help me spread the word. Help your fellow salespeople get in on this awesome tool so that we can collect leads, because according to The Economist, data is the most valuable resource on the world. So you need to start building your database now, and Phonesites is the ultimate way to do that. Thanks again for watching. I'm out.